Detective Bob Watts with Newport Beach Police Department. I conducted an investigation involving Christopher Aragon. He ran a credit card and identity theft fraud ring. The numbers were stolen off the internet. The original cardholder at the time when they were stolen did not know that. They often discovered that they were the victims of credit card theft upon receiving their statements or going online. One of the steps involved in making a credit card is obviously you're going to need the image that appears on the card itself. They have different pictures to them, whether it be American Express or a Visa, MasterCard, Discover. But the first thing is to get the image of both the front side of the card and the back side of the card. They then need to be printed onto the white plastic. These credit card printers are loaded up with the plastic. They then go through, and it has the 3 different primary colors that combine to make your ending image. Now, these printers are extremely expensive and can exceed usually $10,000, but they give a finished look to the credit card because instead of using, say, a laminate that would peel away or not look as professional, this prints the ink directly right onto the white plastic itself. Here's basically a sheet of the holograms. These holograms obviously need to get pressed onto the card, and they're done with this device over here. This machine here has a 2-part process to it. It's responsible for embossing the credit cards and then placing the foil tipping onto the numbers itself. The credit cards start in here. They then run through the lower portion of the machine underneath the print wheel where the numbers are embossed. When I say embossed, this is what I refer to as these silver numbers on the credit card. This here is a print wheel, and it contains all the different characters of the alphabet and then numbers, and then usually some special characters. Then they move over to the next stage where the numbers are then tipped with the silver highlights. This here is the tipping process. It has the foil paper there, and as the card passes through it, it takes the silver highlights of the paper and places it onto the embossed numbers. On many of the credit cards that they made, they also included the blacklight security feature, which required a special ink that was ordered from China. This is a reader and a writer. With this attached to a computer, the user, again, just like before, swipes the credit card through, and on the next swipe, it prints the information onto the magnetic stripe. They also made a lot of fake driver's licenses to go along with these credit cards to give their credit cards validity. In this case that we have, our proven loss was over $1 million. It was somewhere in the $1.1 million range, and we didn't even account for all of the loss. Once we kind of reached over the $1 million mark, there was a lot more. There's enough people out there that know how to do this that it's a serious problem.